Now, I want to talk about the new Oblivion remaster. And it is exactly that. I mean, it has a brand new, fresh coat of paint, and it's look, quite a few of the systems are updated. But from what I got out of it, I literally felt like the entire time when I was playing Oblivion, like it didn't feel brand new to me. It really didn't. I mean, it looked visually beautiful, absolutely, but it still somehow feels exactly like Oblivion, and well, that's kind of what you want. I mean, dude, it's nuts to see how beautiful this game is. It really is. And I really hope that people that have played Skyrim for the first time and never played any other previous Elder Scrolls game that refuse to play Oblivion because of how outdated it looked, I really hope this is their chance to get into Oblivion and discover how beautiful this game is. It is truly, in my experience, the best Elder Scrolls game out there. It really is. I mean, I was expecting some crazy grand shit like, 50 NPCs around, but I don't know, it felt exactly like Oblivion. I mean, the performance is better. I only had one crash, but I don't know if it could really handle massive battles. I don't think it's going to have that. I think at the end of the day, this series is. I think this game is going to be pretty much Oblivion, just with better performance and better graphics. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's an absolute masterpiece as a remaster. It's not completely. It is remade in a sense, but it acts more as a remaster. It really does. I mean, I really hope that a lot of people that refuse to play Oblivion because of how ugly it looked, that they now give it a chance because of this, because this is truly glorious. And take it from someone that first played Oblivion before Skyrim, that it does feel like Oblivion. Like I felt like I'd played this game beforehand. What I was doing, where I was going, it felt all familiar. How I was playing it felt all familiar. It really did. It felt like, like it was easy. Not easy as in the sense of it was easy, but I knew where I was going. I knew what I was doing. I knew how to play. And it was beautiful, because like even running around, sometimes you still feel like you're playing Oblivion until you look around, you see the models, the world looks so much prettier, so much more modern, and it's great, man. It really is. I love that, and I really hope that more people give it a go. In terms of, is it a remake? No. I mean, you do get sprinting, and the sprinting animations are fucking ghastly, especially if you're running up a cliff. Going up cliffs is a pain in the ass because it slows you down and your horse, like it naturally would in the real world. You can't continue to sprint. You can still ride your horse up mountains by the looks of it. It's still got a lot of that Oblivion charm, It's got a couple cool new things, like new voice actors. Some of them are voice actors in Skyrim, I'm pretty sure. I know the male Eventoned. I think it's male Eventoned or male young Eager. He's, I think it's the one that plays the young Nord mage in College of Winterhold. I didn't even know this because I used to watch this movie on repeat. Like, I probably watched it 1,000 times as a kid, but Lion King 2, he's actually the main male, young male lion that looks like Scar or some shit. I didn't even know that. It blew my mind when I rewatched that movie as an adult. It's got a couple new voice actors that spice the dialogue. You still got the old ones. You still got the classics like Scene, and all the previous like voice actors. And I've barely even touched it, man. I barely even touched it. But sometimes when during the nighttime in Skyrim, I'll look out into the auras, the night lights. And I shit you not, every time I look up to those snowy mountains and I see the night lights, I miss Skyrim. I don't know why, dude. It makes me want to jump right back into Skyrim. This happens to me all the time, especially in Elder Scrolls Online, even if I'm in Skyrim. I feel like I want to go back and play the game Skyrim. Oh, I apologise, I'm a little bit tired. But, dude, this is a beautiful game. I mean, it holds so many memories. Like, during this scene right here, I'm going to find a certain location I found when just wandering around Cyrodiil for the very first time. Of this house that I was looking for. Because it captures the moments that you had. It's unbelievable. Like, I've not been to this house probably in 15 years or so, right? Real life. And I kind of just knew where to place the marker, and I followed it. and I found the fucking house, and my marker was like probably like 50 meters away from the house. Like, this is it right here. I found this place as a kid because I was just wandering around Kvatch, and it was an empty house with a farm on it. I was like, cool. I used to take the stolen horse there, and it never moved. It stayed there the entire time. And this was my first player home in any Bethesda game. It didn't have an owner. It had a farm. And yeah, it had a bed to sleep in. And I loved this place, man. It was sick. But every time I turn around and look back at Skyrim, I see the night lights. I want to go back and play Skyrim. And do not worry. I definitely am still doing that. I've still got stories to tell and stuff like that. I want to play this game a lot more, because I want to discover if I can play a multiple character story, just like I do in Skyrim, and do that on YouTube and stuff like that, and tell cool stories. I don't know if I got the patience for that, man. The reason I know these stories so well in Skyrim is because I played it for 13 years, so I know the game kind of inside and out in certain ways when it comes to its quests, its characters, and that sort of stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to duplicate what I did for Skyrim for Oblivion, and I don't know if I'm going to give it enough time. But I want to say this is faithful as a complete and utter remaster. It really is. It's a remaster. It's like Skyrim Special Edition, but 10 times better. You know, the graphics are completely updated, but it still feels the same. It's new, but old, but the same. It really is. And playing this, funny enough, makes me really excited to play Oblivion. I mean, this just makes me more excited. Bethesda, right? Everyone gives Bethesda shit, right? And occasionally I do for the watered-down Skyrim. But again, I am just a consumer. I have no idea of the massive scope that goes into making these games and publishing these games. And I understand that. It was where I think Oblivion had the right amount of time it had to get out there, where I don't think Skyrim did. But anyway, I'm crossing over. People really give shit to Bethesda saying they're this and they're that, but these guys have always supported their modding community, and it is a tactical thing, of course, because they know the modding community keeps their games alive. You know, they deliver the canvas, and the modding community paints it, pretty much. And yeah, I believe it's 100% one of those things where it's they understand. They understand their modding community, and they did not at all try and ever cancel Oblivion. Hell, they've even gone through with and given free keys to every developer of Oblivion that's working on the project. Every single developer, be it a texture artist or a mesh or whatever that is currently on the team, was given a key to play the remastered version of this. And listen, honestly, man, when I saw this guy, I said something rather fucked, and it's true, because I still see it, because I work disability support. This guy looks like he's got Down syndrome. He does. It really does. The elves in this game do look very funky, very different, but I love that. Because the elves in Oblivion looked like humans in a way, just with long faces and pointy ears, and I love how they've gone through and they made all the elves very distinctly different. I really like that. I mean, they look more... I wouldn't say human, as in, like us, but they look a lot more real than they did in Oblivion, of course, and that's the great thing about it. There's facial animations, the world still definitely freezes, but that's okay. It's a remaster. It's a bit of a remake and a remaster at the same time. And I really hope people give this... if you have not played Oblivion yet, you've only watched YouTube videos, 100% jump in and play this. You don't need the deluxe edition. It's basically just to give you armor and horse armor and weapons for both like a Dagon theme and a Knight of Order theme, which is like an ESO sort of Templar priesthood order sort of thing. But you don't have to worry about that because they don't exist, because Kvatch is gone boon. But yeah, this project has really excited me to go and to really want to wait for Oblivion, because Oblivion is awesome. And who knows? I mean, with the new voice acting here, I doubt it's going to transfer over at all. But I strongly believe that after Oblivion comes out, that someone will do a voice renewal project where they'll get new voice actors in to splice up the voice lines. That's the one thing Oblivion really sucks at. The level of how many voices they've got. That's like 100%. And I think a modding project will come in that will add a lot more variety to the voice packages and make the game feel a bit more modern in a way. But yeah, this project definitely excites me for Oblivion even more than it did beforehand, with Skyrim systems like idle markers, furniture markers, and actual blacksmith being blacksmiths. Because even in this game, you go to a blacksmith, he's just standing at the table. and he's just a merchant that sells you weapons and armor, and it can repair your gear. That's essentially what they do. They don't actually go to their blacksmith and actually use it. And with Sky Oblivion, 100% will. And plus, again, Sky Oblivion, it's one of those things where it'll be piss easy just to patch over a mod for Skyrim. You know, to get it working for Skyrim, or a piece of armor you can place in a tomb somewhere. It'd be easy like that. So every single mod available to Skyrim will either require just a simple patch or a bit of a workaround to get it to work with Sky Oblivion systems. So we'll have every single mod available from Skyrim into Sky Oblivion pretty much day 1, day 2. You know, it'll be accessible. With this, not so much. I don't even know if it's going to have modding capabilities. I mean, the console commands work, and it's still the Game Bro engine in there. But I don't know if it's going to be moddable. If it's going to be Unreal Engine, or it's going to be some modified version of the Creation Engine. I don't know. No idea. And is there going to be some sort of tool available for modders to transfer their Oblivion mods over into this? And are they still going to be alive or still active? Because that person that made an Oblivion mod that was a kickoff back in the day could very well be either dead, not that old, or, you know, now a father of 4 or 5 kids that are like teenagers and shit like that. And things like that, you know. I'm pretty sure the Sky Oblivion team has actually managed to make a tool, or some sort of tool that will transfer Oblivion mods into Sky Oblivion. I think that's them. I'm not too sure. I could be speaking at my ass, but I remember hearing something about that. But again, this is a beautiful remaster / remake. It just, from the bottom of my heart, it is the same, but it's also new, but also old. That's the best I can give you. As someone that loved Oblivion, that still loves Oblivion, it really is just exactly how you imagined it if you played it 15 years ago. It's exactly that. You played it 15 years ago, you're going to come in, you're going to feel the exact same way. You're going to feel that nostalgia, but you're going to be seeing it through a different pair of eyes. You know, like you were Spider-Man before he got bit and your eyes were blurry. And then all of a sudden, you got bit and your eyes are clear as shit and you're watching through an entirely new lens. It's beautiful. For those that have not played, look, the deluxe edition just gives you, like I said, armor, weapons, and horse armor around these 2 themes of Dagon or Akatosh. Up to you. Or we can wait. Whatever, but I would highly recommend, man. Highly recommend getting this. I mean, it's Oblivion is, I dare say, their best game, and that's only because it's my first game. I've never played Morrowind, but for me personally, this is going to be even cooler because when I have Cecilia in my game, who's a character in the story and the story that I want to make for Oblivion, she is part of this time, and when she references certain things, I can now go into Oblivion without it looking like a fucking potato and take screenshots of the environment while she's talking about things. And maybe take screenshots of the Holy Crusader, and I can't make followers yet. There is a console command, funny enough, in Oblivion, which allowed you to carbon copy your player character. So I could maybe even do that, if it works still. I have to Google search what the command consoles were and stuff like that. But yeah, like I'll be able to take screenshots like this, and while she's talking about her past and about the Crusader and crap like that, which would be cool for the story. Those sort of things. But again, Sky Oblivion is where I really want to spend the majority of my time playing Oblivion as a PC modder showcase. And I'm so excited this came out for PS5. I really am. That's awesome, dude. Because I discovered the Elder Scrolls on the PS3. So, end of the day, this is 100%. This is good. I really do. I mean, this is worth every buck. And if you don't like the armor sort of stuff, don't waste your money. But honestly, man, this is a true and absolute reincarnation of Oblivion. It really is, man. I can't say any more without repeating myself. But if you're held off because you don't know what it's going to be like, know that it doesn't feel like it's changed. You're going to feel like you've played this, from the time you were a kid to the now time as an adult. It's that great. I love it. That's all I really wanted to say. Give praise to the Bethesda team and the Virtuous team for the remake, because the remake's good. It still feels exactly the same, but it's also brand new. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But do not worry, okay? Because because I still have stories to tell in Skyrim, and I mean, you're like, I might give it a bit of shit here and there for its plot holes and its, you know, watered down experience here and there. But every time I look into the direction of Skyrim, or if even I'm in Skyrim in a different game, it always calls me back to come here. I mean, this is a canvas, man, you know, and modders, artists, we fill it up. You know, I'm able to come here and tell stories, you know, things that just appear in my head as a story, and I can play it. I can have fun creating the story for everybody else, and I love that, man. It's so much fun. It really is, and I love doing it. It's just, you know, it's how to explain it. I can't. It's from the bottom of my heart. I'm able to come into this game and just tell you guys a story, and hopefully you guys will love it and enjoy it, you know, and stuff like that. So I think Skyrim, I might say Cyrodiil was where it all started. It could be home, but it's very much like a lot of people in the world that were born somewhere but moved somewhere else, and they live there most of their lives, and they call the place home, and it feels like home. It becomes home, and this is kind of what Skyrim is. I was born a foreigner, and I end up, you know, moving north, and boom, I found my home. I found my place in the world, I guess you could say, when it comes to this sort of game. But I'm still definitely here, and I still want to do some stories, and still cooking them at the moment, so don't worry, I'm not going to absorb myself into Oblivion Remake. Even when Oblivion comes out, I don't know how long that'll take for, or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to give the remake a good, I don't know, I'm not a big rater, man. I'm just going to say, definitely give it a shot, you know. It's worth the money. It's worth the nostalgia trip. On that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have enjoyed my opinion. Try to come with no bullshit, none of that. And, yeah, it's come to you as a sort of, from my own perspective, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm out of here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Catch us in another video. Look after yourselves.